Hello everybody, today we are going to talk about Street Fighter 6 and I have played this game over 30 hours and we are going to take a look at how it looks and everything on the Nintendo Switch 2. So without further ado, let's get right into it. And as I said, I have played over 30 hours and I have tried all kind of things. So first, I'm gonna talk about the experience of playing on the handheld because playing with the joycons is also important for people that don't want to put any money on it. Street Fighter will let you play however you want for real. And we have here, like I played even with the joycons on this. I played with my Pro controller, Ultimate 2, and I also played with my Brook Starburst, which is fantastic. It's a leverless controller that you can use, and it's really good for Street Fighter 6 with the button mappings. Performed amazing, and it has native Switch support, so you can play. And something cool that in general Switch 2 has been doing is that you can play with any controller that you have from the Switch. So there's so many controllers out there. But my favorite way to play has been with going back a little bit more old school with the arcade stick, the Victrix fight stick. That is pretty cool. I really love this thing. And if you have the Mayflash adapter or something from Brook that can let you change to the Switch signal, you can play completely fine without any latency. Like I have been enjoying playing on this so much. So today I'm going to be showing you a little bit how it works on the Switch 2, and let's get started. So as you can see, the graphics here, they look pretty good. I don't think anyone was expecting to have any issue. For me, the biggest thing why this is my Street Fighter 6 machine from now on is because, first of all, it's tiny, right? I get to put on my Tomtok case here that is just this long, and you get to put it in there, and it's just really working, you know? Just really working very well, because you can have it so portable, you can have it on a big setup, it looks good, there is no goofiness around, controllers not working and stuff like this. Anything that you want will be able to be working. Now it may not be, it may not be the same as other things that you may have experienced, like on the PS5, to have like the cleanest graphics. But it's Street Fighter. You need to be able to see your opponent, you need to see a nice stage, play the jumps on the background, and that's pretty much all you need. So yeah, there is that. So in my opinion, visually this game plays fantastic. Latency wise, I saw no problem, but you don't have to take my word for it. The guys that do the latency test for PS5 and everything, they have already tested the Switch 2, and as far as I remember, it was 61 milliseconds latency, and the PS5 was like 50, 57, around there. So there is a little bit of small latency difference, but it's nothing to write home about. So that's pretty good for the Switch 2, because you will be able to play even if you want to play competitive in this game from here. And as I said before, you can do it with various different control methods. If you saw my other video about Street Fighter 6, you may be able to tell that I have been running on this specific machine the modern controls, because I want to be able to play without worries on my Switch 2 that doesn't have a real D-pad yet. So I cannot really play classic. I have to play with the modern controls that give you leeway in order to be able to play with, with the Joy-Cons, because you don't have real D-pad and you have the directional buttons, which is good enough. They're good enough for what they do. So I have been using it that for the footage that you see here, I have been using, if I remember right, the Pro 2 controller, which it has pretty good D-pad here. The buttons are really good. It's very silent. I really like how the instant triggers on the back are as well. So this is pretty good Street Fighter controller, to be honest. because the D-pad definitely has been improved, so it doesn't get as funky with the diagonals. So like the moment you press at the end of your quarter circle forward to get the up input, you don't get that anymore. You have to feel it that you're getting the top input, so that's really, really good. Um, Performance with other controllers like the levelers Brook controller here has been pretty good. So I think that it's just pretty good how we have it with the controller compatibility. And on the stick, it's pretty good as well. I had no issues that I have been playing. I have tried to kind of relearn arcade stick because I haven't played Street Fighter for so long with an arcade stick. I have been doing leverless for like 2 years now, so I kind of forgot to even like buffer the supers in this game. That was pretty bad, but you know, it is what it is. So in my opinion, yeah, like this game easily playable on the Switch 2, even competitive, even online. And you see the opponent here has Wi-Fi, so there is not really an issue at all with how you play with the connections. If you're playing locally within under 100 milliseconds latency, you will have zero problems with Wi-Fi. As long as your Wi-Fi is not 3 stories away or like in a basement and you're very far away, then maybe, yeah, it can be spotty. But if you know it's not, then you will have no issues. And to be honest, on ranked, you can't really control your opponent's connection, so Street Fighter 6 will be as good as it gets when it comes to connections. So yeah, that is that. Now, outside of that, as I said about controller compatibility and everything like that, that has been pretty good. I think the biggest thing for me was that the seamless connection. Of course, like, you know, it's a Switch. It has to be seamless when you transition from handheld to getting to the big screen. But regardless, like, compared to the Steam Deck experience that I had with this game, this is way better. And I just love how it plays. I keep playing every day, and in my opinion, I think this kind of game do not bother to get a keycard unless it's much cheaper. Because in my opinion, when you're playing multiplayer games, you don't play them as a single player game. That, you know, you play Breath of the Wild and you're gonna be playing Breath of the Wild probably till you finish it, and then you're gonna have some side games, right? You're gonna have some side games that you want to just not have to change cartridges all the time. So my advice for multiplayer games like this, outside of collection reasons, because you can have it if you want to have the, you know, just the case and all of that because the art is beautiful and stuff like this, I would suggest to just go for the digital because it's just more convenient. So yeah, that is that. And yeah, in general, is it worth it for the Switch 2? Definitely it is worth it. Like in the price, even on the digital full price that you can get it, it is worth it because it gives you 2 years of seasons of content with all the characters, with all the things that you would imagine. It's 50 gigabytes on the Switch 2, so it's not as bad as playing it on a PC that when you have the World Tour is way bigger. I think it's around 80 gigabytes with a world tour and all of that. So definitely here is different. And you can tell like the textures when you're playing, the textures are a little bit duller. But do you mind when you see like your character's texture being a little bit lower quality? I don't really care. What I want to see like is the cool moves. Everything like that has translated perfectly. And I feel like this device will definitely make Street Fighter 6 explode even more because, first of all, okay, like people that wanted to play and they're fans of Street Fighter, they already have been playing. They already have it on PC or on PlayStation 4 or 5 because you can play it on both there. So yeah, like it's not like they had no option, but I'm pretty sure that like for portable play, for portable setups with your friends and people that are not familiar with Street Fighter, this is gonna be the place to be able to play. And the game tries a lot to retain people from getting completely blasted. It lets you choose from the start what kind of level player you are. So if you put that you're a beginner, you will not be matched on ranked matches versus people that are like really, really good and like really high rank or like even middle rank. Because when you are at the start, unless you have like a really high win streak, you don't really get to have something higher than just, beginner or something. You will end up on rookie or something like that. So you see here, I'm playing on 300 ms. That means that this person is probably South America or Europe, and it's still playing like this. Like, there is definitely some rollback in, as you see here, but it's 300 ms. Normally, in other games, 300 ms, you're gonna be going slow down like this. So yeah, like this is way better experience. Trust me, like online with Wi-Fi or whatnot, this is just amazing. And this person is also on the Switch too. So you can see how it is when you're fighting someone, even in this incredibly big latency with Switch 2. It's just they have made really magic with this game and how it works online. You will not have problems. Do not think it's gonna be like Smash or something like that. And in my opinion, this game is the best for newcomers. It has a lot of heavy stuff that you may learn later on, but when you start, that's why I made the guide with the modern controls, because with the modern controls, all you have to do a special move is press a direction and the special move button. That way, you will be able to get into the thinking of, how I play a fighting game, instead of getting like most people like me. When I started, I was stupid. I didn't know any better, and people in the know didn't know any better as well. So they would tell me, go to the thing and do the combos, and that's it. And then you go online and you're trying to do the combo and you cannot even get a neutral hit. So you are weirded out because you spend all this time learning this combo and you can't do it online. So yeah, there is that. There is that definitely. So I think the modern controls is a good way to bypass the execution barrier and focus on specifically the game. You're focusing on what it is the game, what is like the thinking. I want to throw. I want to hit low. I want to do this thing that gets like a situation that you have to guess. This is the thing. This is the fighting games. This is why people love the fighting games and why people get filtered out by fighting games, because they don't like, before this game there was not really an easy convenient way that you could bypass the barrier of just having to learn how to do a Corto Selco forward on your controller or on your arcade stick or whatnot. So definitely with modern controls, even with the joycons, you won't have any issue. I have played online so much with modern controls and it was fantastic. And on the Switch, you also have these funny fights that you can do with the joycons, which is something I did with my wife, and it's really funny. Definitely not right the amount that shows that you have burned, but calorie fight and stuff like this, it was just really fun, just mess around, look at the fighters fight and the costumes and have a laugh. So yeah, I think that this game is just, in my opinion, the best for me for the Switch 2. This is my preferred platform now, because before, my preferred platform, to be fair, was the Steam Deck, because I wanted the portability, and it kind of worked on the big screen as well, but it definitely doesn't look even close to as good as this when you plug it in. So yeah, this is just way different, way better. So yeah, I'm just really happy that we now have the option with this console to have even bigger screen to be able to show this and have a really small setup, because if you want to be a minimalist and have the smallest footprint, you can just get this for your trip to go to a tournament or to go to play with a friend, which is also really important, to go to in real life to play these games. It's really fun when you have someone near you. And you can get your Tom Dog case, and you can get your Brook leverless. And look just how thick this is. This is nothing. This is like less than having a laptop with you. You can put it in a bag and forget about it. Or if you want to spend money on these expensive controllers, that is completely fine, right? You can even go with this, and it's just so light. You can be so light packed, or even get your Pro controller, whatever you want to get with you, and it will work. Like, you can see, like, modern controls is not like a stupid thing that only beginners do. You can see people are on highest rank on this game playing with modern controls because they provide certain conveniences that can make your character and yourself patch out some of your weaknesses. And it's not like you do not have to learn some stuff when you're playing these controls. You can still elevate yourself and get better and better. Or if you just play for fun and casually, you don't have to learn anything. You just jump in, you do your things, and you try to learn what fighting games are all about. And I believe that is why also there is a big boom in the popularity of this game, because of the modern controls as being this good. So yeah, there is that. And I hope there are more fighting games. I hope Tekken is coming when it's actually getting fixed, because that game, even if it came out right now, I wouldn't buy it. But when it gets fixed, I will be more than happy to buy it on the Switch too. And the same with Virtual Fighter, if they're gonna put it on here, and other fighting games. We have Strive, but for some reason I don't see any updates on Strive. Ever since I made that video, there is 2 characters missing or something, so I'm very confused with that. But yeah, that is pretty much everything that I want to talk about this game. If you want to give a try to Street Fighter, there is a demo as far as I know, so you can give it a try and you can see if you like it. And I will leave on the comments below or in the description my video for the Switch 2 modern controls, the control scheme that I have done, so it will be a kind of ergonomic and easy way for you to play with the joycons. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Enjoy some Street Fighter if that is your jazz, and yeah, see you around. Goodbye.